What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little haggard. I have not been sleeping. I think I've just had so much on my brain. It's all right though. We're gonna correct all of this with some concealer. But today's video is gonna be like get ready with me. But you know, there's so many things that I want to talk about, and I am getting ready to film actually. So I was like, let me just film the get ready portion because it's just some things I want to talk about. I know I don't usually use my YouTube platform for things like this, and there's so many things in the tabloids this week, and I think I'm a little overwhelmed. So I've been unplugging. Please excuse these baby hairs. I'm gonna lay them when I'm done. The first thing I want to talk about, because this I mean, surviving R. Kelly. I wanted to actually title this video "Surviving Being a Black Woman in America," or just being a black woman. We'll see how that goes. R. Kelly. This news is not new. Like, a lot of this is not new. We all knew what this man's been doing, what he's been up to. Let me just explain something to y'all real quick. I couldn't spend a night at anyone's house. I couldn't even spend a night at my uncle's houses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there wasn't like a female present, I was not allowed to stay anywhere. I was really upset with my mom when I was a kid. I was just be like, why can't I, it's my uncle, like why can't I stay at his house? Like, I didn't understand, but now that I'm an adult, she gets it. I'm saying all that to say, these mothers, especially, and I hate to speak about Aaliyah because I feel like she's not here to defend herself, so I'm not going to speak about her, but I'm going to speak about her mother and her uncle and people around her that essentially pimped her to R. Kelly to get her career off the ground. It was not news what this man was into. Like, it was not a secret. So it's like, if you're sending your daughter to be with this man, I mean, is it like these mothers send their kids, like, how do you not know where your 14-year-old is? First of all, you know where she is. Okay, cool. If she's living with a grown man, what exactly do you think is happening? Like, I really don't understand. Like, my daughter will never ever be with a grown man living in his house. Like, not while I'm alive. Like, are you kidding me? I just think parents have to stop pimping their kids out, and then when things don't go their way, you know, run and cry. Not saying these kids were not victims, because I do believe these children, like, they're being pimped out. Like, at the end of the day, a 14-year-old cannot make a conscious decision. Like, you're a child. Like, your guardian is responsible for you. So my issue, a lot of my issues, you know, lie within the parents and their lack of parenting, their ability to turn a blind eye if it's for like personal gain. And this man was a serial monster. Like, we all saw the tape. We've seen the interviews. Come on, we all knew like who R. Kelly was. So in my opinion, if a parent allowed their kid to be around this man, they silently accepted their child's fate. This man is walking around free. If these were white women, if these were white children, this man would be under the jail, okay? This would be like national news. This would not be on Lifetime, okay? This is why I was talking about surviving being a black woman. Because these young black women don't matter because they're black. So the whole R. Kelly thing, first of all, I couldn't even watch the docuseries. I watched, I think, part 1 and part of part 2. I don't know, guys. I think this man has a problem. What I did watch was Tasha K's interview with his brother detailing their child abuse, and he sounds a lot like his sister. Like, his demons definitely got transferred down from her. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link to her video below. She actually interviewed R. Kelly's youngest brother, and he detailed his entire experience being molested by his older sister. And you know, Tasha K, you know, she may be a lot of things, but I do think she's a great interviewer because she pieces things together as people are talking, and she doesn't like pussyfoot around questions. Like, she'll literally ask them questions that we, like, you know, most interviewers will beat around the bush. Like, she asked the questions that we want to know, and like, I think she directed that interview well. But if you listen to the interview, you know, he's talking about like how he was molested by his sister, and when I say molested, they were having full-blown sex. Like, at 6 years old, she was having sex with her brother. He talked about how like R. Kelly or Robert actually liked it. Like, he felt like a man, and you know, like, his sister preyed on younger kids. That demon got transferred to him. Like, and it's crazy because he said his mom didn't even let them off the porch. And like, she didn't even realize this abuse was happening right under her nose. You know, rest her soul, she did the best she could, but like, your own kid was abusing your, like, anyway. So I definitely feel like a lot of R. Kelly, a lot of his issues are his sister's issues. And based on that interview, like, I got a better understanding of the why. I don't condone or excuse any of his behavior, but just understanding why, now you understand why he has no remorse. He doesn't see this as an issue. Like, he'll never apologize, and if he does, it'll be because the public is cracking down on him and he has no money to pay his bills. I guarantee. I don't know how this R. Kelly stuff is going to be resolved. I'm not sure if he can be tried. I'm not sure if any crimes are committed. I have to, like, let me know in the comments if he's actually committed any crimes. I'm not sure if these girls can even press charges on him. I'm not sure. I didn't watch the entire docuseries, so you guys let me know in the comments. But I'm disgusted. I'm also disgusted by the people online who are like, girl, I'ma still stream his his music. I don't see nothing wrong. No, you should see something wrong, because a lot of you guys probably have kids, and if your kids see you condoning his behavior when they're touched, or someone inappropriately approaches them or does things that they need to share with you, they're not going to, because they see that you're literally condoning a serial predator's behavior. The social media has just been disgusting. I'm telling y'all, like, the things I've seen, like, I literally have not been on Twitter. I gotta contour, honey, because this face is a little chubby post-holiday. These braids don't help. I don't know, guys. There's nothing I can contribute to this conversation that hasn't already been said, but I'm real. The internet is undefeated this last week, okay? And I also saw that his streams had spiked, like his sales on billboards. And I know I actually commented under Jada Pinkett's post. She had posted like she didn't understand, you know, like why his streams had spiked and his sales had spiked. And I think Jada didn't understand that now streams count as sales. So I was basically like commenting on that underneath her post. And you know, a lot of people just don't understand that streams count as sales. So you know, that's why they've spiked. I think people are going back and listening to his music, and I think they're also trying to decipher certain lyrics. I know I listened to AJ Nothing But a Number again. That definitely contributed to a sale by streaming that song on Apple Music. I don't think that people are supporting him. I think that people are just like re-immersing themselves into that time and listening to the music, and they're like really getting a better understanding. I mean, I don't know what else, what more people need. Connect the dots is connected, it's spelled out, it's printed, it's in a library, you can go rent the book, it is written. So I don't know what else people need, but I think that's why. But like, if this man does go into therapy and reform himself, would you guys listen to his music again? Let me know in the comments below. I know he has been instrumental in the soundtrack of a lot of our childhood in our lives, period. So if R. Kelly were to go to therapy, do like a Barbara Walters, you know, and break down and truly show emotion and remorse, would you guys consider unmuting him? Would you listen to his music? Or I guess the other question could be like, can you separate the artist from the person? Because people are still watching the Cosby Show. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think if he were to, like, I mean, because right now he just seems like he's not bothered, he's not sorry. I think I mean, there's three sides to every story. We don't know exactly what happened, but we do know he was married to a child. You know, that's one thing that we do know. If I felt like he was truly sorry and wanted to repent and apologize to the people that he's taken advantage of, because at the end of the day, these are still children, they were children, I probably would lean towards forgiveness, but I wouldn't forget. I don't know if that makes sense. This video is gonna be all over the place, y'all. I don't even know. Okay, I don't want to talk about R. Kelly no more, but I'll be interested to see these comments. I'll be in there powwowing with y'all. No more R. Kelly talk, okay? I just think it's important, especially if any of you guys are parents, just be very careful. I was approached by men my entire life. I was young. I had a very big booty as a kid. You know, I was called sexy since I was 6 years old. My mom would literally correct people like, don't you dare. And I think like black women were like hyper-sexualized at a young age. I definitely remember walking to my grandmom's house and, you know, the local dudes on the street would be like, girl, if you was only a little bit older. Like I went through all of that. The issue is like black men have to also protect young black women. Like if you see that happening, correct your homie. Like she's a child, bro. Like why can't you pull somebody your age? Like that's alarming. And then I was a little bit curvy as a kid, so you know, like if I wore certain things I was fast, but it's like, no, I'm not fast, I'm just a curvy little kid. Like I can't help that I have a butt. I can't do anything about a butt that sticks off my body. Like you can't hide it. you can't. How am I fast? Like we're hyper-sexualized and then kind of beat up for it, and it's just like that starts like a whole ripple effect. That starts a whole ripple effect for a young woman, because it's just like you don't know what to think about yourself. You don't know if like, am I the reason like people are coming on to me? Like, am I the reason that he touched me or she touched me? Like, you don't know. Like, and I think we have to just adjust the conversation and be mindful of your community and the people that your kids are around, and stop you know, pimping the little girls out. Oh, I know what else I want to talk about. Meek Mill. Meek flippin' Mill. We named our lace front braids after you. We was screaming free Meek Mill, okay? You want to be in these Instagram streets talking about you boycotting lace fronts. Now don't get me wrong, y'all, I have seen some terrible weaves. Terrible weaves have existed before lace fronts even existed, okay? That I'm not gonna negate, but what you're not gonna do is police black women. You're not gonna police the way we wear our hair. You're not gonna shift it. Like, black women aren't the only people that wear lace anymore. So now what? Now you're fooled. Like, it's not just a black girl thing. So it irritates me because we know that you're targeting us. Like, you're talking about us when you're saying no more lace fronts, because you're clearly either A, so obsessed with Nicki that you're still trying to throw jabs at her, or B, you're just throwing jabs, once again, these rappers, these public male black figures, throwing black women down the drain and not protecting us. Like, it's enough that, like, you'll never see Meek Mill with a brown girl with 4C hair. Have you ever? Have you ever? I don't think so. I don't have a problem with men having preferences, but if your preference comes with a jab or a dig towards a specific group of people, I have a problem with that. You cannot down a black woman. Like, as a black male, you came from a black woman. Like, I can't wrap my head around the concept. It just bugs me out. Ooh, this little camera was overheating. I forgot what I was talking about. I don't remember. But that's a very casual conversation. I'm not up here trying to prepare for a class presentation. You know, I'm just rapping. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Cyn Santana. I mean, there is outrage over this comment. Now, mind you, this is from, I think, 2016 or something like that. It was an old interview, and let me just say, guys, I grew up in the Bronx, okay? I grew up in Spanish South Bronx. It's Spanish, blacks, like, it's just all mixed up. My mom learned how to make sofrito from Carmen from the second floor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we grew up in a very blended community. From the younger generation, this conversation happened all the time. I remember getting like a pass growing up because I could pass for Dominican because I was chocolate with curly hair. So like, I didn't get as much of the hate as, like, you know, my cousin who didn't have curly hair did. Like, you know what I mean? I kind of like passed for a different looking black girl, you know, which was, I didn't understand when I was a kid, but now I'm like, oh, that's what it was. For some reason, I'm not offended at her comment, and I know a lot of people are, but I just feel like we can't like have this outrage over her comments and then not have outrage over like someone like Cardi B. Like, I feel like if we're really mad, we have to apply this to every Hispanic person that has ever made a disparaging comment, or, you know, talked about their love of black men while talking down on black women, because this is something that has happened multiple times. So it's like we can't just jump on her, because in my opinion, Cyn is being super apologetic. She's trying to like explain like I was in a different place in life. You know, she's also like 24, 25. Like, people do grow. I personally don't feel like she meant too much harm. Like, I think it's just the way that most Hispanic women are raised. Like, and I also think black men big up non-black women and will also allow non-black women yeah, like this Brownstones crayon case, they'll sit there and like kiki in front of like non-black women and talk about black women and open up, you know, the dialogue and allow them to disrespect. So it's like, of course this is gonna happen even more. Like, I've seen videos of like black men legit like laughing with non-black women about black women and like letting her say things, and like I've seen it. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen it too. So at the end of the day, like, if she wasn't being apologetic, if she weren't as apologetic as she's being now, I would probably side eye her. But I do think she's sorry. I don't think she meant it the way that it came out. And I think like a lot of us are constantly fighting our demons. Like, a lot of us are fighting to like not be a product of our environment. She has a black son. Like, I'm pretty sure she's trying to learn a lot more about, you know, like what the black community has been through. Like, she has to raise a black baby. Like, you know, your son, he's black. Dragging it to be like, just stop. Because if y'all gonna be mad at her, y'all need to be mad at Cardi. You know, like, don't isolate her. I don't, first of all, who is going back in interviews like randomly? Like, God, I hope I never said anything crazy when I was a kid. I wish this was live, because I want to talk to y'all. Like, but I don't know, I feel like this is a conversation I've heard so many times, especially growing up in New York, in the Bronx. It was always a Hispanic versus black girl thing. It was, you know, I mean, I recall, you know, the Afro-Latina, that's a new word for me, honey. You know, like, I always remember Hispanics feeling superior to blacks. That's just the way that that's my experience. I can't speak on anybody else's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like African Americans, we just constantly disrespected. Like, it's kind of, you know, it's a little annoying. But, you know, like, I think we all have these biases that have been passed down generationally, and it's up to us to change. And I appreciate the fact that she's like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry, I've taken time, and like, I respect black women and I understand, and I'm sorry. Like, I love that about her, because we can't blame her for how she was raised or the people she was around. Like, I'm pretty sure like there's some like prejudice thoughts that I've had to wean myself off of. Things you hear from adults and people around you, like, that kind of sinks into you. Like, these thoughts and feelings you have as adults, these prejudices you have, they don't just come from nowhere. This is experience, life experience, and you're taking on other people's experiences too. So I do love the fact that she's sorry, honey, and she's been apologetic. I don't think that we should bash her. Now, if she went about her business like some other people who have made some disparaging comments and don't even address it or apologize, I have a problem with that. But I don't know, like, I feel like if you love black men, express your love for black men without comparing yourself to black women. But it's something about black women that the world seems to have a problem with. I don't know why. I don't know why, because, you know, I feel like the culture that everyone is immersed in right now started with us. Like, you know, like the braids, the lace fronts, you know, the swag, like, you know, a lot of the things that people do, the way people dress, you know, a lot of the things started with us. Like, our culture clearly is something that people like. So I don't know why people can like and still, it's a whole other conversation. Don't go there. You can like and participate in our culture, but you don't respect us. I think that's like insane to me. Like, who you think taught you how to lay baby hairs? I see toothbrushes on non-black people's Instagrams. Like, who, y'all wasn't using toothbrushes? In my opinion, black folk want people to, I guess, show gratitude and add value to, like, what we're already valuable people. As people, we're absolutely talented, we're smart, we're gifted. Like, we we've set trends, and we've done things that, like, you know, a lot of people are kind of biting off of right now. So I think we need to just have our own, implement our own value system, and not worry about what other people think about us and our culture. Because, like, that validation, the validation that we're seeking, we're allowing all these people to come in and assimilate our culture. At the end of the day, like, hip-hop is not going to belong to us anymore. You know, lace fronts don't even belong to us. Not saying they belong to us, but it was more predominantly worn in our community, because we have hair that, you know, we can't do certain styles because of our hair. Like, we can't be bleaching, and I can't go blonde and expect my hair to stay there. That's why my hair's short now, because I went blonde, you know. At the end of the day, like, people really, really love us. Like, people really, they really rocks with us. They like to colonize our culture. I just think we have to get to a place where we can big up ourselves. We don't need a Grammy. We don't need the Kardashians to rock our hair or our style for it to be cool. Like, we're cool. Like, we're dope. I hope I'm making sense. My brain is kind of all over the place today. I have not slept. But, yeah, like, we need to kind of have our own core group of validation, and we need to big up ourselves. We need to support each other, and we need to just stop allowing outside influence to dictate our worth. Okay? All right, I'm looking awake, a little more awake. Yeah, let me know if you guys like these type of, like, little bullshit videos, you know. Like, I just like to pop a little shit. My friend just called me. She was like, what are you doing? I was like, just talking shit. You know, my girls, you know, we just talking shit. Sidebar, what do y'all think about these braids? This is my first time going knotless. I can't believe I just got them done last night and I could put my hair in a ponytail. Like, that's a plus. I've never had blonde braids. I don't know how I feel about them, but I said, let me try something new so I can go work out or whatever. I find that, like, when you wear blondes, deep lipstick always looks so good. Do liquid lipsticks expire? Do they expire? I actually don't know how long I've had this. Yeah, I definitely think the blonde looks better when you, like, balance it out with darker makeup. Like, I just did, like, a little tiny eye. Guys, this was fun, right? Problems. All right, I'm gonna go and get this baby hair together or whatever. Wow, this is really not even that heavy either. Surprising. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'll definitely be rapping back and forth to y'all in the comments or whatever. I do have a video on how she did these braids coming up, with, like, the color combo and everything. So I will see you guys in another video. Love you. Happy New Year. All right, y'all, I just have to come and share these baby hairs because I think that's it. God. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Press that button right there and then click the bell. And let me know if you want to see more of these type of videos, you know, because I could definitely crank them out when I'm getting ready, you know. Love you guys. Deuces.